Hey everybody, this is Spawner here with my Fantasy Now Season 1 Episode 10 review. This episode was titled Ravaged. It mainly focused around Tysius and Wizcard and Spencer being messaged by Conan because they were at Tysius' village and they were going to destroy it, and they had Freston, so they were going to kill Freston and destroy his village if he did not come basically give himself over so that Yami could get rid of him. So that was kind of mainly what this all focused around, and we also got the reveal of finally what was going on with Tysius' dad. I mean, every time somebody talked and they said, Tysius' father, Tysius, your dad was going to tell you, and then they stopped it. I was like, really? But, I mean, finally, we actually got that reveal of what they were trying to say. So, yeah, if you want to see what that was, if you want to know what that was, then feel free to keep watching. But let's get on with this review. So, there was a lot of little pieces connected all around the main epicenter of this, which was the scenes in the village. I think I'll start off with talking about, the very beginning, of the episode, which was Tysius, being messaged through, I believe, like a spell by Conan, that basically explained to him, where he explained to him that, well, he basically started him, that he was going to, that he had Freston, and that they were going to Tysius' village to destroy it, take it over, destroy it, and, I mean, that, like you would expect, would get to Tysius, and make him go there. But, however, if he did, he had to hand himself over for Freston and the saving of the village. So, but it also had the last shard of, I don't remember which shard this is by name, but it was one of the shards that Yami needed to, it was the one he specifically needed to summon Artemox back, his gigantic creature pet thing. So, that was also another reason they were going there. So, Tysius, all of them, like, they realized what they could do. Now, this scene, this moment, really intensified the whole thing. It was kind of a foreshadowing of, like, basically how things were gonna go, like, and how the tone of the episode was gonna continue as, and I think that was pretty good. I mean, I liked it that they, managed to make it where, it was kind of like how you usually have in the, drawing down Kings or superhero shows or just things like that, where usually like the villain's on a screen talking about like how the superhero needs to do this or something so that they can, get what they want and the villain can get what they want too. But it was done with the whole spell thing with Conan, and it was like kind of a medieval thing. It worked perfectly for Fantasy Now, and the intensity it built up, started to continue to grow, was really good for this particular episode. So, I think that's all on that topic. Moving on, it was, next, I think I'll move on to talking about, when it switched over to Conan and, Diomedes. They entered the village, and this scene, was when, I mean, we got more of Conan in his kind of ruthless, merciless mode of how Conan usually is. And we got some of Diomedes too, which, when this moment where he told the baby now, not to be afraid of him, it kind of like, it showed his innocence, I want to say. Yet, I mean, I feel like that was like a good moment for showing off the fact that he's not just all world destroyer, bring down the world, crush it, kill everything on it, just destroy it all, and he's not like that. He's wanting to restore it, and he's not just out for all, kill all of them, that kind of nature. And I feel like it really got just kind of more shown with that moment, and I like that, how that was done. And, I mean, the whole moment of building up to Tysius and Spencer and Wizcard getting there just to try to go stop Conan was, really intense. Now, we got to the, what was happening while when Cassius and Splinter and Wizard got there, they, realized, well, when they headed there, that it was a trap indeed, that Gallimedes and Khan had set it for them, and that he was going to, that he wasn't actually going to release First Thing. He, wasn't even going to, try to save anything, anybody. He was just gonna destroy the village, you know, take over, destroy it, just take away what Kaisi is there for. I mean, just kind of how Conan usually is. And, I mean, that was when Gallimedes, he summoned the blood sensors, which it was really cool to see, by the way, because those are in one of my top creatures we wanted to see in TV posts. So that was really cool to get to see in the show. Yeah, that was just really cool. I really like to see that they used actually some of the ideas that us fans came up with. That was really cool. But yeah, once the battle began with the blood sensors, it was an all-out battle zone, war zone. The blood sensors were battling Cassius stuff, and I liked this part that instead of going kind of for what we had in the Splinter and Cassius episode where it was quite dark, we still got some light tone stuff even in this. I mean, you wouldn't really expect that this kind of a situation would have a lot of light tone stuff, but like we got the jokes with Wizard when he was trying, though blood sensor was coming after him, he was trying to hide because he couldn't do anything about it, and then he like smacks it on the head, and he's like, yeah, I got one, and then he got all excited about it. I mean, that was kind of funny, because, I mean, you see after that Cassius and Splinter had, like, taken down dozens, and he was like, oh, like, alright, well, that's, like, nothing compared to what they did. So, I mean, I liked it that they I like it that they kept a light tone into this, with fancy out, and didn't just switch off into dark again. I felt like that was good, because it really kind of kept the balance of the show, but yet there was still the dark and intense and serious aspect, but there was also the lightness that fancy out of the series has, and I felt like they kept that pretty well, the balance of those intact. The battle in itself, I mean, was awesome. We got a lot of awesome choreography. There was, I mean, Cassius with his sword, and Splinter with his bow and arrow. I mean, we got a lot of cool stuff. I think we got some slow-mo moments, and some cool team up. I mean, some cool teamwork. It was just really cool. We got a lot of cool things with all the characters in that. But yeah, so I mean, they after I mean, during the battle, I'm not gonna skip to that yet. I'll talk about that after. What Gallimedes was trying to do right at the current time was trying to summon Artemox, and when Artemox, as we know, hadn't come into the show yet, and he was going to be a big trouble for Cassius and pretty much anyone who got in the way of Gallimedes and Artemox, because he was just basically a destroyer. So yeah, so I'm going to talk about that Artemox a little more, but first I want to mention when the moment of the Raptors stepping onto the battlefield, when Cassius brought them in, he left the battlefield, brought in the Raptors to rise up and stand against the blood sensors, and they just collided together into the battle with the theme of the show playing. I can't tell you how epic it was. It was a so awesome moment. The music just made it like have such much more of like a epic action packed feel, and I mean, it was just the collision of the enemies and the good guys, and I mean, just the music and the fact that we wanted a Raptors and Blood Sensors battle On the post, I said I wanted if the Raptors and the Blood Sensors were in the show, I wanted a battle between them, and we got it. And they made it even more epic than I could have imagined. It was awesome. We got just really great choreography stuff, and the battle was just really cool to get to actually see from just being imagined by seeing the creatures themselves in the art. It was just really awesome getting to see them fighting and the actual show with the music, and it was just really great. I was really thrilled with that. We got to see that, as I really didn't expect it, and I think that was a really awesome surprise that we had in store for us when we came into this episode of Fantasy Out. So yeah, that was really cool. The whole battle, as I said, was really good. We got a lot of choreography, awesome choreography stuff, and just it was a lot better than it was. It lived up to its potential, I think is what I'm trying to say. I mean, it wasn't a boring battle, like, where you just, like, there's too much action here, it's digging into too much fighting stuff. It kept you watching, you were, like, in an intense situation. The battle, like, the enemies rising, the Blood Sensors kept returning because Xiaomi could keep summoning them. I mean, it was like, you were just, like, stuck, because you were like, yeah, like, they're doing good, but then at the same time, sometimes he would just keep bringing them back, and more and more and more, and you'd be, the village was crumbling, people were trying to hide, and it was just, I mean, it was like, you were stuck on both sides, but it was, I mean, it was just awesome, the battle and all. I really liked it. I was glad the director put in that Raptors and Blood Sensors battle. I'm glad we got to see Jagged again, too, because he hasn't been used too much so far, and I felt like that was kind of a good use for him, right there. And I feel like that was a pretty clever pull for the fight. But yeah, I think I've probably talked about the battle enough. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what happened a little bit after. Warning spoilers ahead, so if you don't want to know this stuff, like the whole reveal about Taichi's dad, which I'm going to say, then you do not want to know. Don't listen. But, although the reveal about what Taichi's father said, Taichi doesn't actually know yet. Only Freston does, because Conan told him while Taichi and Spinter and someone Wishcard were out battling the Blood Sensors in the village, trying to protect the villagers and such. So, they don't actually know yet. So, I'm actually really curious to see how, I mean, if he tells him how this is gonna go. I mean, Taichi will probably, I think Taichi's either gonna keep standing and just believe he can do it, or he's gonna just realize that maybe it wasn't him and he's just gonna drop out. So, I don't know. But, anyways, I bet you're all wondering what it is now if you haven't watched the episode yet. So, the reveal of what it was is that Taichi was not the chosen one to kill Diomedes. It was his father. And that's why Conan killed his father in the past, was because then Diomedes had no chance to be defeated. There was nothing that could stand against him that would be able to do anything to him, because he couldn't die. He was immortal. Technically, I mean, besides for being able to be killed by Taichi's father. But, I mean, when I heard this, when they said this in the show, I was like, what? And, I mean, I wasn't like, what? Like, that's it? I mean, I was like, what? Like, what? How? Where's the show gonna go now? I mean, you can stop Conan, you can maybe stop Artemis, but nobody's gonna be able to stop Diomedes now. So, I mean, I'm just, like, waiting for the next episode, because, I mean, I don't think they're gonna explain anything in the next episode, but I guess we're just gonna see where it goes, because, I mean, I'm really stuck right now, and Cassius doesn't know, so, I mean, I'm not really sure what they're gonna do about it, but, I mean, I guess it's what you usually go into for a show, right? I mean, they totally did that. They totally gave you the suspense and the total, like, what are they gonna do now? I mean, this is like one of the like one of the biggest things in the series I think I've seen where you really don't know what they can do, where you're left kind of hanging, and I mean they did a really good job at doing that, and building it up to this reveal of what Taichi's father was. I mean, what he was going to tell him about, what they were going to tell him about Taichi's father. But yeah, I mean, I'm really curious to see what they're going to do about it, if they can do anything, and where that's going to go. I mean, that's a pretty big reveal. I think one of the last things here to discuss is what the little bit we got Artemox, and one more thing I'm gonna mention after that. Could be spoilers, so if you don't want to hear them, but you're probably not here if you want to avoid spoilers. That probably doesn't matter. Yeah. So Dominic's matter of fact did raise Artemox. He did bring him up, and Taichius could not fight Ganymede at this time, with Conan and Bloodshifters, everything being exhausted from the fight. So he just took as I think as many people as he could. They ran out of the village and it got destroyed. This was quite, you got quite the there was quite a bit of unfortunate feel and drama here, because I mean everybody's looking back on what was their hometown, and they had basically nowhere to go back to, and I mean Cassius, that was his hometown, that was what he knew. With Freshton, that's where he lived, and I mean it just had been destroyed. There was a good moment of drama here for the show, of like a sad feel at the end, and I felt like that kind of helped to balance everything else out too, with all the action and the like just intensity and the just all of that. I feel like it added to the balance, and I feel like it was good. I mean, I don't want to see Taichi's home get destroyed, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like it was good that there was some consequences here, because I mean they did get Freshton back from Taichius. Wait. They did get Freshton back from Ganymede and Conan, so I mean that was kind of a good thing, even though technically Taichius doesn't know the unfortunate truth to the reveal. But I feel like it was good because it made kind of some consequence. We had the good fact that they got him back, they got Freshton back, but at the same time they also lost the village, and I feel like it made a pretty good balance for the episode's tones and everything, the intensity and all that. Like I just said, with the lightness that we got in the dark, and just it put it all together. It made one thing out of two pieces. So, yeah, I think that's everything in this episode. I think I've about covered it. Like I said, it was mostly focused around the battle with the Blood Sensors, and trying basically Team Taichi is trying to save Freshton from Conan and save Taichi's village. And I mean that we got this episode of Fantasy Now was probably one of its best so far. It had a lot of action in it, but I mean we got a super big cliffhanger reveal that nobody was expecting. I totally didn't expect. We got a epic battle. We got a fan-made battle put into the show that we wanted. It made even more epic than we could have imagined. And we got the drama with the destruction of Taichi's village. The sad feel there. We got the mix of the lightheartedness with the jokes, occasional jokes, and the dark tone with the whole reveal and the destroying of the village. And we got Artemox Rising. I mean, we got a lot of stuff that really continued and put a lot of pieces into the story and just added to it. And I feel like that was really good. I already have a rating for this episode, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a 9.8. For a Fantasy Hour episode, this was one of its best, and it had a lot of well-balanced feelings, and I mean, that battle with the Raptors and stuff, the Blood Sensors, the Raptors, was just so epic with the music and stuff. Cassius coming in when Splinter and Wishart were getting in trouble because they need help, and he just brought the army up to the horizon, over the mountains, to battle the Blood Sensors. It was just really cool. And that was awesome. The whole battle was awesome. And so we're left with a big reveal, too. And as I said, I'm really curious to see where that goes. So, 9.8 second on this episode. I loved it. I'm pretty sure a lot of Fantasy Gal fans did. Fantasy Blast AOA, if you're on the forums, the AWMN website, I'm sure you loved it too. But anyways, guys, I think I'll think this is an amazing episode of Fantasy Gal. I liked it a lot. It was, as I said, one of the best this season. So, I mean, I hope we can get some more battles that are as epic as that one. I mean, if we ever get fan battles again, I want to see something that cool. I mean, because that was probably one of the coolest things they've done with the fan stuff so far. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff in this episode, a lot of great stuff, really big, shocking cliffhanger, and epic battles. So, I mean, I think 9.8, an amazing episode. That's fictitious to a T. So, anyways, guys, that's about it for this Fantasy Hour review. Thank you for watching. I mean, I'm like to see that people are following along with my reviews on the website. Feel free to comment down below if you have anything to say, anything I forgot, anything that you don't think was fair. Just let me know down in those comments below, and be sure to keep sticking around with me for more news and info on the latest movies and shows, along with my TV series and movie reviews. So, anyways, guys, this is Spiner, signing out with another AWMN TV series review with Fantasy Now. See you guys later.